To have children of your own is to put someone else at risk, right? And also guaranteeing that your child will die. The minute your child is born, that now they're on their way to their death, and their death is likely to be very unpleasant. Yeah, people never think about that. I didn't think about that when I had my children. I never for 1 minute thought, I wonder how my children are going to die. How would I like them to die?
What is your movement called? Because I got an online talk show, and someone was saying something about what you're mentioning the other day. Is it called something? Is there a name for it?
I'm very shy away from movements, but I create sort of social interventions and social experiments. And one of the things that I'm trying to discipline myself to create is a kind of a political social experiment, which at the moment I'm calling the Expiry Party, which is a kind of comedic but serious at the same time, political party calling for the criminalization of reproduction.
Do you know what? I would like to get you on my talk show, man. You seem
Pleasure.
You seem like a type of guy that people would definitely have a discussion with, shall we say, at the least.
And I can explain to you maybe on the talk show why I think that it should be illegal. Why I think that's a matter of the law.
I would definitely love to hear this argument.
Nowadays, there are like ways like to make like 3D uterus, okay?
Right.
So it doesn't include like women's like pain or anything. So it is like something that you approve. I don't know.
Right. Oh, do I prove that?
No. Like,
why? I don't. Well,
but
my question to you is, why would you
it's
bring?
Like adopting.
There are 7.5 billion people. Yeah, okay, it doesn't involve
Yes,
pain,
but
but why would you bring another person in when there are millions of children? If you want to be a mother, there are millions of children who need your help.
But
why
your
would you bring
problem-
someone else in? And by the way, even if you have a 3D uterus, you're still taking a huge risk that your child will be seriously ill or ugly or psychopathic, right? Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. No, but, yeah, you laugh, right? But yeah, how would you like to have an ugly child? It would be horrible. Imagine if you had a child that was really, really not good looking. It's hard as a parent, and the child has to go through that. But okay, forget ugly. Seriously ill, right? Seriously
Was your parents
deformed.
unlucky?
What's that?
Was your parents unlucky? Would you say that you're ugly?
Listen, I am really.
Every parent's gonna love their kid, no matter how ugly
but
they
I
are.
am very. I feel very comfortable with the way I look. I'm just, and as a man, it's less important, right? But forget ugliness, right? I know it sounds ugly, whatever, but okay, forget ugliness. You could have someone that's got a serious disease. Your child could get cancer when they're a child. So why take a risk with someone else's life, knowing that they're going to die, knowing that we're living in this crazy world? Where this is going, I don't know. With the technology, we're being tracked every moment of what we say. We're being, right? We don't know what's going to happen with the environment. We don't know if global warming is because of people or not. We don't know where this is going, right? Why bring another person into the world? It's absolute insanity.
Like you had like the opportunity to be here in this world.
Yes.
You don't give like other future people like the opportunity, so they can experience. They can't experience.
Right. Okay. Well, you see, that argument it's a little bit strange, and I'll tell you
Yes,
why.
because they don't know
because
it.
they're not here. A, they don't know it. B, according to that argument, then you know how old are you? 18. Well, you've probably deprived at least 3 or 4 children of life. By you're only 18. Why haven't you had children already? You're depriving people of life.
But it's not, because I'm not depriving like children because it's my choice. But
What? No. You are, according to your argument, you are depriving children of life, because you're saying to me, oh well, I'm depriving children of life, but you have already reached 18. And you probably could have had 3 children by now. Why haven't you deprived them of life?
But it's not the argument that I'm talking about.
What's that?
It's not the argument that I'm talking
No,
about.
it is, because you're saying that I'm denying people the opportunity of life. But
No, you're
firstly, this life is this meat suit is a crap piece of technology. It's absolutely crap.
isn't.
If there was yes, it is. It's a rubbish piece of technology.
Isn't it better
What's that?
It is. It survived for so long.
Yeah, it survived. I understand it survived,
Something
but it's a
survived for a long
crap
time.
piece of
It's not
technology. Look
Isn't
at
it
look at all the
better that
diseases
it
that
would be
people
something
get.
Yeah, but how long does
Nothing.
the human body survive? 80, 90 years?
Exactly. So
I mean, that's a
what?
good technology.
So what? It's not good technology. If I went to a shop to buy a human, yeah, I would never. If a shop said, "Here, you can have this one here."
Okay.
You know, imagine you went to a shop and they say, "Oh, here's this one." It might get cancer, like when it's 10, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It might, it might just break down, or it might get diabetes, or it might get run
And it
over
might-
by a
And it might
by a
create the
bicycle.
internet.
Right?
And it might create the internet. And
Yeah,
it might create a way into
it might
space.
create the internet.
And it might
Great.
create a way to
And
cure
for all
disease.
the people that create the internet, the other 7.5 billion or 2.5 billion have to suffer all sorts of cruelty, pain, illness. It's a load of
But
rubbish.
isn't it better
This
that
By
meat
not
soup
breathing,
is
by
a
not
load
breathing,
of old
by not
rubbish.
breathing.
What's your-
Isn't it
what is-
better that
It's
we
very
do
clever.
something
The
nothing?
meat-
Look
at the t-shirt.
You can cure things. By
What?
not breathing, use
Nice people say
stop
drugs.
The possibility, you stop the possibility that there might be not someone in the future like an Einstein.
Ah, okay. Hold on, I'll come back to you in a minute. But have I finished? I'll come back. I'm just in the middle of a conversation. But, have we finished?
No, but I just want to finish. Is it?
Where are you
is it
guys
better
from?
That it be something than nothing. Like,
No.
but you could finish
No,
your life at
I
any point.
another. She said, and I'll
Okay,
just come back to what you were saying.
You
and we'll
say
sort of finish
that,
up.
they don't have
She
a
said,
choice.
isn't it better to be something than nothing? And I'm saying, one of the other ideas I had is to set up a religion, which I'm calling the Church of Nothing, in which we worship nothing. Yeah, because nothing is better than everything put together. It's
So
the
why?
ultimate.
Because if
Nothing
you
is
are
the
born,
ultimate.
you
It's
have
fantastic.
the choice to die.
Like what?
You do have the choice to die. So
Yeah,
you,
oh,
so
yeah,
you
you
can
do.
end your life.
Yes.
So you have the choice to live or die.
Yes, I hear what you're saying. The problem with that is that when you're born, although you have the choice to die, you also, especially in this environment, have to fight against all sorts of things to make that death process a comfortable one, and B, you leave behind all sorts of people who are going to be suffering. That's what you
So
want to do.
maybe
and C, 1 minute,
It's
and
better
C,
to live
and
than
C,
die.
what's that?
Than die.
No,
If-
once you're born, and C, we are born with this crazy programming that nature gave us, and I despise nature. Nature is disgusting. I don't call it Mother Nature. I call it bitch nature. Right? Nature, the bitch nature gave us this survival instinct, right? So that we can't do it. I by the way, and I'm going to end here. There's an idea by a guy called Thomas Metzinger, who's a kind of philosophy and psychology, I think, professor in Germany, and he speaks about what is it? He basically says that he predicts that what's going to happen is that AI is going to be left. And I want to make a film about this, by the way. AI is going to be fed all the data. So at the moment, you've got all the data on Facebook about what happens, but eventually, AI will be fed all the data of our lives and the animals' lives, and it will come to the realization that the best thing to do is to stop the whole thing in an instant. Yeah. The problem with suicide is that it creates a huge amount of upset and problems. Yeah. But if everything just stopped in 1 second, then that will be fine. So I think what's going to happen is that eventually it will do the right thing, because computers, we as humans, we're so screwed up. We've got so many vested interests that we couldn't do that. So if I was to say, I want to press a button and get rid of it all, then everyone would fight against me and lock me up, right? And I wouldn't want to do that anyway. But I think the computers will eventually realise that this whole thing needs to be just shut off in an instant and stop all the suffering. Unfortunately, I was born an empath, right? Many people are not as empathic as me. That doesn't make me better than anyone else. I'm still a poop machine, as we started off, right? I'm just a poop machine with empathy. And I'm simply not. I don't want any more poop machines to be brought here because all of us suffer, and we create a lot of suffering to other people. So I just want to see an end to it all. I mean, I'm having a great time here. Just one second. I'm having a fantastic time here. I am one of the most privileged people I know. In fact, the most privileged people I know in the world, right? But in order for me to live that privileged lifestyle, all sorts of people, look at these and all this shit, right? All sorts of people have been exploited, and that's not okay for me.
So
It might be for you.
it was-
Would you rather not being born?
Okay, that question is, again, I don't really think like that. I don't think. I would rather that Adam and Eve would have not fucked, right? I think they would, you know, I mean, if it did start like that, which it probably didn't, right? But if it did start like that, in the Bible itself, it says, you know, Adam, that women are going to be punished for the sin of Adam and Eve, and they're going to have to go through childbirth, and men are going to have to work and all this crap. Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have reproduced. It's silly. The whole thing is just the whole enterprise is just a load of old rubbish. Look around here, and all I can see is a bunch of poop machines. All everyone here is producing consistently is shit.
So why
Are you going to have a dump
So why
today?
do you care?
Are you going to have a dump today?
Yeah, so why do you
Yeah,
care?
there you go. Why do I care?
Yeah.
I can't help it. I just care. I can't help it. There's nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately, I care.